Hello everyone, and welcome to Get Back to Genshin. We got the new update. I already did some of that stuff. Got the new muskets and roses. So the fucking main quest is gonna wait a second because I want to see this Guns N' Roses. I'm gonna keep calling it Guns N' Roses by accident. I like that band. I'm gonna mess up and keep calling it Guns N' Roses. Okay, I'm excited. I have no idea what this is gonna be like. I'm so excited.
Seriously? But, Mr. Morris, I don't understand, sir. How can you only be telling me this now?
I'm afraid that there's nothing really I can do. I'm really facing a crisis. My hands are tied.
Mood.
But what about my film?
How many people make movies in Fontaine?
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to come up with something on your own. Take it from me. Sometimes you just have to let things go. Same goes for this film festival.
Damn, get fucked.
Oh.
Hey, isn't it Xavier? So he's back in Fontaine now.
Man's rocking that ponytail. Am I supposed to remember this guy? I don't remember him at all.
Oh, why, if it isn't the dear Traveler and Paimon. I really didn't expect to bump into you here at this time.
It's been a while.
Well, I was doing just fine until I received some terrible news just now. The investor I was working with for my upcoming film has fallen upon some hard times and is no longer able to provide the promised amount of funds.
Oh.
Can't you just find a different investor?
Oh yes, Paimon, 'cause that's so easy to find people to give you money.
Unfortunately, that's not how it works. We had signed an agreement specific to the Fontanalia Film Festival, stipulating that I cannot work with any other investors until the festival is finished.
The Fontanalia Film Festival? What's that?
Oh, is this your first time participating in Fontaine's Fontanalia Film Festival?
Say that 3
allow
times
me
fast.
to fill you in. The Fontanalia Festival was established to commemorate the legendary Loch Knights, who went on a quest to search for the Oceanids, and eventually welcomed the Hydro Arconageria.
Oh.
The holiday is deeply connected to the founding of Fontaine, as well as its unique laws and trials. It's one of the most important festivals for this nation.
I didn't expect to get lore from
What's
this.
that weird expression on your face? It's like you're trying really hard to remember something.
I didn't expect there to be lore.
I was just trying to recall the exact description from the books, in order to avoid any unnecessary arguments over semantics. I usually try to recite things straight from the source.
Fair.
Well, either way, Paimon thinks she gets it now. It's just like the Windbloom Festival in Mondstadt, and the Lantern Rite in Lille.
Yes, those are festivals of a similar variety. Who doesn't like a good festival? And just like those of
That's
other
fair.
nations, Fontaine will hold a plethora of events around this time each year. To commemorate the Loch Knights, people will imitate them by putting on special costumes, raising golden cups, and going door to door asking for pure water.
Asking for
But
pure
a few
water.
years ago,
Can I have some
Lady
hydro?
Farina started to find the whole idea a little drab, and so decided to change the part about pure water to sweets.
Did Frida make it into Halloween?
Really doesn't surprise Paimon at all.
Did Frida
The
make it
whole
into
thing
Halloween?
seems more akin to a carnival now, and it's quite popular among the kids. Every year, you can hear
Trial
a bunch
or
of them
treat?
saying, "Trial or treat."
Why did Frida make it into
That
Halloween?
sounds pretty fun. But how does that connect back to the film festival you mentioned?
Trial or treat? I can't.
Yes, it appears I've strayed off topic. I just got too excited after seeing you. Let me get back to the point.
Frina's my hero.
The Fontanalia Film Festival is an event proposed by the Fontaine Film Association this year. Now that film technology has matured as a medium, it's
Matured.
the perfect time to introduce more people to the art form. During this time, people may submit films to be evaluated, and the entry with the highest score will be given the Farina Award.
She just called
by
it the Farina
association.
Award?
The what award?
She just called it the Farina Award.
The Farina Award. You know, after the Hydro Archon. They coined it while Lady Farina was still in power.
That's
but,
so funny.
Even though things have changed, no one has made any motion to update the name.
Oh, it's hilarious. that it's
Perhaps
just
everyone still
called-
thinks of it as a pretty appropriate name. Even though she isn't the Hydro Archon any longer, Lady Farina is still Fontaine's superstar. Anyone with eyes can see the way she shines on the stage.
No, that's true.
Alright, guess the name does work pretty well when you put it that way.
Oh, but who would have guessed there'd be an issue with the funding? How will I ever explain this to Miss Chiori? Not to say all the other actors who traveled all the way here from Inazuma.
Inazuma.
Chiori? Sounds familiar. Where have we heard that name before?
Yes, that's her. I asked her to oversee the event's art direction, including the design of the actors' costumes and appearances.
Oh, Paimon remembers now! Navia said that her clothes were designed by Chiori, and Kirara's outfit too!
Chihuahua.
How to describe her? Well, she tends to be pretty direct and can be very forceful when it comes to dealing with people. The fashion world in Fontaine has dubbed her the Thundering
A
Seamstress.
thundering
Her
scene. That's a hell of a
remarkable
title.
designs have led many Fontainians to become very interested in Inazuma. Anyway, Chiori is acquainted with all the actors I've invited from Inazuma. Without her help, I don't think I would have been able to get such an international cast for the film. She really is a kind soul.
Who are the actors from Inazuma? Do we know them?
Why don't the two of you accompany me to the Aquabus station to welcome them?
No. I'm kidding, I will.
Judging from the time, the Aquabus should be arriving shortly. Chiori will be waiting to meet me there as well.
That's fair. The crack of muskets breaking the silence. I can't talk, I said musketeers. Ooh. Dun 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 dun. Oh, look at all this shit. What the hell? So much! I guess we're gonna do that one first, I guess. Oh. Hello. Muskets aim and fire, repel the enemy's advance. Come take part in substitute. Guards up, the what now? I don't remember this guard at all, I feel bad. Is this virtual reality? It's a game where you're still using a musket to aim and fire at targets. It's a fucking Oculus Rift. This is hilarious. Don't give Paimon a gun. We should not give Paimon a gun. Alright, I'll play the sniper rifle. I mean, I'll play with the sniper rifle. That sounds kind of cool. I'll play with the sniper rifle. Do I really get a sniper rifle? In the 1,000 use your special optical lens to aim. Press the aim button to start aiming. Target press shoot button to fire button. Wow, it really is just being a sniper. That's kind of hilarious. I wonder if I can get a 2 for if these two will cross each other. Oh, I don't think they will. I was hoping I could get a 2 for 1. Anyway. Oh, that's satisfying. I fucking missed. Yeah, that's satisfying. What if they react? They do react, okay. Not very well. Can I hit the big guy? I probably have to hit him in the head. Nope, didn't work. Okay, so they're a double tap. I fucking missed. God damn it. Okay, that was pretty fun. That was pretty fun. I'll give that its credit. That was pretty cool. That was very creative. I'll give that credit for being a fun, a lot of times I don't love the stupid... Festival? A lot of times I don't love the dumb... What's this one? Well, aren't you bougie looking? What's up, motherfucker? She's a famous director. Must be legendary. It's true. I am legendary. I'm a superstar at Tibet. Fuck you, Paimon. Out with it then. What do you want? Our next big star? But I already have money and connections. I'm friends with, like, every ruler of every nation. But no one will dare stand in my way. But I like it when people stand in my way! But I like it when I get to beat people up. Damn, Paimon, you didn't have to go for her whole soul like that. I mean, you are a pretty bad liar, but still. If you do good enough, I'll make you regular acting. Okay, so there's a combat. So there's a sniper trial, a combat trial, and... So this one's like a combat trial?
Catch up.
In tricky lights, defeat the opponents that endlessly appear within the time limit to score points. Once the challenge is over, the medals will be distributed based off your score. Adjust your lineup according to special lightning before starting the challenge. Okay. Defeating enemies during the challenge will accumulate progress towards special lighting. Once you receive powerful combos. Wild, okay. Okay. For 12 seconds. For 12 seconds after unleashing a Hydro Shockwave centered around all your active characters, opponents will be dealt Hydro damage. All Cryo damage dealt party members will be increased by 16%. So it's a buff to Cryo. Okay. Interesting. I'll use these, so I'll try that with the server. I'll try with the characters they recommend. We'll give it a whirl. I mean, I'm not the most experienced using Kamisato, but whatever, it's fine.
Let's dance. Sakura swirl.
That's not where I'm supposed to go.
We can do it. Let my name
Echo and Song!
as a good night should. Leave it all to me. Kamisato out. Sumetsu. Shower me with praise. Time to shine. Steady as stone. Time to clean up.
Da-da!
My apologies. Let my name
And Echo and Song!
Sakura swirl. As a good night should. Leave it all to me. Strike a pose. Time to shine. Take flight. Embrace the ice. Someone needs assistance.
Ah!
Shower me with praise. Let the world come as a dutiful maid would. My apologies. Kamisato out. Sumetsu.
Ah!
Pose. Let my name echo in song as a good night should. Take flight.
Ah! Did I win? Did I do it? That was fun. I don't mind that. That's pretty cool. Okay, so they have a sniper challenge, a combat challenge. What are the third challenges? Joyous gift. Oh, cool. I didn't expect to get that early. Fontaine Films. Oh wait, that's not one. I think it's festival events. Yeah, festival events. Okay, so I know what's this one. Festival, evolves. Okay, so let's see what this event is. Ultra Overlord's Mega Magic Sword. I love that sword. That's the Day Sword's name. Hello. You need some genuine advice or something? I will do my best. What advice do you need? What's going on? I can sure try. I'm not that smart though, heads up, but I can sure give it a whirl. Zhongli's thing, I need that. Sorry, I was distracted by the combat trial. But yeah, what advice do you need? I can do my best. I can do my best. I'm not necessarily the smartest guy, but I'm at least old. I at least know some stuff. Boss is literally gonna kill you. Wonder if there are any professional therapists in Fontaine. Do 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 do. You're an engineer? Dun 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 dun. Fixed on actually moving at high speeds. What the heck? The past 2 weeks, speaking to a girl I really like who's developing some underlying feelings. However, during these 2 weeks, I've only ever been talking to her. That's already a messy situation. Okay. Okay, so you've been talking to this girl and all of her roommates and friends. That's, I mean, good to know each other's friends. That's a plus in the right direction. Oh, fair. This girl has such a weird job. After you finish, you should maybe consider switching bosses. Yeah, you should quit your job if your job's this bad. You should quit this job, homie. But okay, so that's the background of the situation. That's fair. Stabilizing mecha balls automatically avoid testers moving the opposite direction of the approaching tester. Stabilize mecha balls move influenced by all testers. Use this character to stabilize mecha ball to your zone within the time limit. So it's soccer. It's literally soccer. This is a mistake situation. However, in these 2 weeks, I'm making progress friendship relationship with the girl I really like. Okay, so you've been asking for information. I'm confused why you needed her bank details, but the beginning part of a game. What kind of game needs bank details? Okay, that's fair. Continue. Okay, so you've gotten information from the girl. Jump boosters. Weird. Oh, it's a match. Oh. It's actually playing online when people play soccer. Oh, that's... Oh, fuck. Oh, this is gonna go great. Target area is the red zone. Switch character. I guess I should bring Wanderer. Bring Seiyu. That's fair. Bank details to send her donations. Okay. Well, be careful giving money to anybody, but fair. Okay. I am gonna suck at this. I am sorry to my teammates in advance.
Make my escape.
Go towards the red. Go towards the red. Go. Shoot. Mush. Go. In the red. Go. Mush. Go. In the red. No, it's mine. Fuck you, Yulon. No, fuck off. No, fuck off. No, fuck off. No! God dang it! Fuck you, Wanderer. No! No! God, I hate sports. Fuck you, Yulon.
Make my escape.
Go, 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 go. No, fuck you, Wisely. Fuck you. Yes, give them all to me. I'll take that. I'm okay with that. Bah! Fuck you! Booyah! Oh, wow. Risley kicked my ass. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so she expressed a boundary and you respect it. Well, that's good. Respecting boundaries is always important. Especially when money's involved. Money always makes things weird. Oh my god, I have to play so much of that soccer game. I'm gonna do that later. I do not want to play soccer right now. I am not a huge fan of soccer. Oh, I can't do that yet. I will do the soccer game later. Because I don't like soccer, really, if I'm being honest. That's gonna just be something I have to grind and probably blare music to not hate it. Dun, 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 dun. Hello, child. Why can't I not talk to the child? Hello? So you brought up money again after she told you not to? Why can't I talk to this child? Oi! Kid! Yeah, she didn't like your teases towards money because they're upsetting her, and then she asked you to stop. And then you did a mistake. Why am I in co-op mode? Well, yeah, you meant it as genuine offer, but she took it as teasing. Money also makes things weird if you're, like, only... Like, especially if you guys are, like, new to each other and you're still working on getting closer, like, bringing money into it really early on is gonna make it weird. Like, money's dangerous. It messes up things. Especially with, like... It depends. Everyone has different ways of showing affection, too. So, like, when you start giving people money or giving people anything, some people are really okay with that and some people aren't. Like, personally, for me, I don't like getting gifts or money or anything like that because in my mind, I feel like I owe somebody something. So, especially if you guys are just, like, starting to talk and get close and that stuff like that, it's... You kind of don't want to necessarily pollute those feelings with her feeling like she's indebted to you. Because that's not a good relationship if you're not starting off as equals because you've given her money and she now feels like she owes you. It's not necessarily the greatest way to start off a relationship, even if you have good intentions. Because, I mean, the highway to hell is paved with good intentions. But everyone's also different on how they feel. And that's why communication is really important of being like, hey, I wasn't messing with you. This is sincere. I want to help. Sincerely. Like... Then again, I'm a really blunt person, and I'm always really blunt, and I'm just like, I'm the type of person to sit somebody down and be like, hey, this is how I feel, this is what I'm trying to do, this is how I mean it. Because a lot of times your intentions to other people will not look like how you mean it. So a lot of times I'll straight up sit people down and be like, this is how I meant it. I meant it to be a good thing, I meant it to be nice, I meant it sincerely. I didn't mean it that I'm making fun of you or that I think you're less than. So... She said to me she wanted to have some time. Oh, no. So then she asked for time. Uh-oh. Dingle money in for everything. Yeah, you did kind of mess up there. That's why you don't... yeah, that's... Oof. Interesting report, you can keep storyline narration alone. In these 4 shots of James Park Miracles? Yeah, I mean, her friend makes a good point. It sounds like you have good intentions, but you are moving really, really fast. And bringing money into anything makes it really complicated. Like, I would definitely not bring money involved. Like, I wouldn't even bring up money or talk about money, especially in, like, a budding relationship. Like, it's one thing if you've known each other for, like, a really long time, and, like, you've been dating for a long time, and then money comes up. But, like... when you're still talking and getting to know her friends and that stuff, like, bringing money into it at all in any capacity is dangerous and kind of a bad idea. And, like, I'd be weirded out if someone asked me for bank details and login details right away, because that does seem like a scam. Like, if you guys aren't that close and you don't have the trust built up, like, trust is a really slow thing to build and a really easy thing to break. So, I think you had good intentions, but you definitely went way too aggressive on it with the speed. So I would pump the brakes really hard. What do I mean, in terms of what you do and if it can be reversed, is you're just gonna have to go really slow. I mean, I guess it's good that you're talking to her friend because her friend's gonna talk to her regardless. I mean, if she asked for space, I would give her the space that she asked for, because that you gotta respect what she asked for and leave her be. And then I would, like, if you're talking to the friend still, I would just tell the friend in response to that, be like, I see where you're coming from, of like how that looks sketchy. I was trying to help. I didn't mean it like that. I was trying to be sincere and do a good thing and be nice. I see how that upset her now, and like just own it and be like, if you talk to her, tell her that I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that, and I'll leave her alone. And if she wants to talk to me again, I'm here, and I would like to apologize if she'd give me the chance. Like, I would just own it and be honest and say, like, I can see, like, talking to you, I see your point of things, and I see her point of things now. That isn't how I meant it. I was trying to do a good thing, and I screwed up. And if you can tell her that, I'm sorry, I'd appreciate that. And if she wants to talk to me, I'm here. I would like to apologize, like, in person, and work on rebuilding that trust. I would just be honest and tell her you want to, like, apologize and rebuild the trust. But if she asked you to if she asked you to leave her alone right now, you can kind of only leave her be for right now. You're kind of gonna have to bide your time and wait. An actress played by Lynette. Yeah, so you're just gonna have to. I would just tell the friend that you're talking to. Like, it's nice that her friend is telling you how she feels about it, so I would just tell the friend, like, I see what you're talking about, I didn't mean it like that, so tell her I'm sorry, tell her I'm sorry, and I will be here when she decides to talk to me again, if she does. But, yeah. Money's complicated. How the hell? Oh, I have to figure out. Show the environment that the actress played by Lynette is lost in. Huh. I don't understand this at all. I have no idea. I mean, it can definitely be considered love bombing if you don't leave her alone. And like, yeah, like you moved really fast and like went after like information like that. And like giving people money that you barely know is definitely considered a form of love bombing. Like, divine handiwork. Cool, I did it. I have no idea how I did that. But, yeah. It's when you bring, I mean, like I said, bringing money into anything makes it immediately 1000% messier. So, and like, I get it. Some people, their love language is just giving gifts and like doing things for people. Some people, that's just their love language, but depending on how early on you are in a relationship, sometimes it's not okay yet. So, I get that you're trying to do a good thing, but yeah, I would just not give her anything else. Even if she talks to you again, I would just not give her any items. I would just hang out with her and talk to her like a person and just hang out and not bring up money, not bring up gifts, nothing. Just if she wants to hang out and talk to you, just hang out and talk to her. Just enjoy each other's presence. So that way she doesn't think you're love bombing her.
Whenever you need me,
Like,
I'll be
that'd be the
there.
best way to slow it down and kind of chill. Whee! I believe I can fly. She's also autistic? Okay, well that also makes it more complicated then, because it's already hard to understand people's hidden intentions normally, and then obviously having autism makes it even harder to pick up invisible cues. So in that case, I'd be even more honest in what you mean. Like when you talk, if she talks to you again, when you talk to her next, just apologize and be like, this is how I meant it. I can see how you took it this way. I wasn't trying to mean it that way. I will completely back off. Yeah, like you don't have to give anything. Like I totally get if the way you show affection is giving stuff. Like a lot of people give things to show affection. But especially when you're early on in a relationship, it feels like you're buying the relationship, or it feels like that there's a power imbalance. Like you said, she does volunteer work, so she doesn't have as much money, so you're trying to give money and stuff, and give her money and stuff to show affection, which I get. But from her perspective, that can look like you have something that she doesn't, and therefore she owes you something, is what it can look like. So, I would just not bring up money, don't give her any gifts, none of that stuff. And just hang out with her if she talks to you again. Like, just hang out with her. Like, when you see her again, apologize and say that you didn't mean it that way, but you understand how she feels now and that you'll respect it. And then just go from there and just be there for her emotionally, like the friend said. The friend's pretty smart, it sounds like. Sounds like she has a pretty good friend who's giving you some pretty good advice. Like, just be there. But for now, you kind of made her uncomfortable, so let her... Show her that it's not a scam and that you're not trying to get something from her. Let her have the time to decompress, because she probably feels pretty overwhelmed. So let her chill for a bit. I would tell the friend that you appreciate the friend giving you advice and that you're sorry. And if she'd pass on the message that you're sorry, so that way it's not coming from you, it's coming from somebody else. Be like, hey, I'm sorry. I'll be here when she changes her mind, if she changes her mind, and I'll apologize to her in person when I can. If she wants me to. Like, at least, in this case, the friend would be a good go-between of being like, that's not how I meant it. I understand how it comes across now. Totally isn't what I meant. I will back off. Because, in reality, that's probably what her and the friend want. If you just say, hey, I'm gonna back off and I'll hang out. Tell her I'm sorry. I'll be here if she changes her mind. That'd be the best thing I would say you could probably do in the situation, is just be like, I'll be here, and just kind of hang out.
Your talk with the investor sure went fast. The Aquabus hasn't even arrived yet.
I love how dead inside she sounds.
And who are they?
I'm an
allow
alien.
me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Paimon!
Pleased to meet you.
Likewise, we've heard the owner of Chioriya Boutique is a skilled seamstress, so it's a real pleasure to finally meet you in person.
I love Navia's outfit.
Why, thank you. I strove to create an outfit that matched her high social station as the demoiselle. So tell me, what happened? I can tell the conversation didn't go quite as expected.
Well, it's like this.
Oh, of course, my pleasure. I can't promise the advice is good.
I know, Chiori, you don't have to say it. You did remind me.
I will say that I am at least I'm an old guy, so I at least know a little bit more, but I cannot claim that I am any better at relationships than anybody else. But I am an old man, so I do know a thing or two, just from me making the mistakes myself, because I have very commonly screwed up. So I hope it makes you feel better, and I hope the advice helps. I hope that she comes back around and you can earn her trust back. So I hope so, because young love is always a fickle thing, and it can be really hard to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. That comes with experience, and it comes with time of being able to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and being like, oh, okay, that's how they feel, or that's how it could come across, because empathy isn't something that's necessarily instinctual, it's something you learn. So being able to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and be like, oh, I meant it like this, but I can see how she took it like that, that's a skill. And it's a skill you have to polish for your entire life.
Yes, there's no doubt about that.
But how could I pass it up? He offered me twice as much as the others.
And therein lies the problem.
Yes, but just put yourself in my shoes.
She's gonna scold him
After
now.
obtaining such an excellent script, it's only natural that I would want to make the most of the film.
Why am I so
The
short?
budgets that the others had proposed were nowhere near enough.
I am just the
It's
tiniest
difficult to
little
find someone
Martian.
willing to front such a large amount of mora, so
Don't be sad, Xavier. We might be able to help scrounge up some more together for you.
I don't think so. I'm saving my more to level up Navia. I
Oh,
just got
thank you,
Navia. Fuck
Paimon.
him.
That
It's my
means
money.
a lot to me. But the cost of the film is staggering. I'm afraid that any mora we can scrounge together in a short amount of time won't even be able to cover the actors' fees.
We need to move on. What's happened has already happened, and there's no changing it. But now's not the time to give up.
She's very blunt. I love her.
What? You're saying that you have a plan?
I have a plan, Arthur.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm simply saying I wouldn't give up just yet.
Have some
The
goddamn
actors I
faith.
recommended aren't just after Mora after all.
Oh, but Mora's part of it for them. I mean, most actors like to get paid. That might not be all they're here for is the Mora, but they do like to get paid. What the fuck? What the fuck? I didn't expect it to be... That's hilarious.
Where do you live?
We Melusines live in Mercy Village. The only way to enter is from underwater.
Hi, Yoimiya.
Oh, you must be pretty tired after work every day, right? I mean, you have to swim all that way just to go home.
We are so thoughtful. But some Melusines choose to live in the Court of Fontaine because it's so much more convenient.
This is our stop.
I didn't know Ayato was gonna be in it. Kamasato Ayato. I didn't know Ayato was gonna be in the event. That's pretty cool.
Oh, we've arrived.
I knew that his sister was gonna
I
be.
haven't even finished chatting with Abel yet. I also enjoyed Abel's introductions to Fontaine along the way. Everything you described was so clear and detailed that we can't help but want to hear more.
Hi, Ayaka.
Thank you so much. I'm usually working here on the Sakura bus, so I hope I'll have the chance to see you again. There are still many more places I'd like to introduce to you.
Okay, these guys would definitely not care about Mora. That makes sense now.
Welcome to the Court of Fontaine.
Chiori, you sure have changed a lot. This is the first time we've seen you since you left Inazuma.
I haven't realized it's been so long. I was in such a rush when I left that I didn't even get to say goodbye.
Thank you for extending the invitation, Mr. Xavier. I'm looking forward to a fruitful trip here in Fontaine.
Well, it's not gonna be that fruitful. We lost all the money.
It's an honor to have the head of the Kamisato clan visit us.
So they're who you meant when you said you had actors coming from Inazuma?
Oh? It's the Traveler and Paimon. Wow, what a coincidence! Ayaka and I were just talking about you on the way here. Are you also here for the film?
We just ran into Xavier earlier and came over with him.
But I'm not an actress. Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka are the real actors here. I'm just tagging along with Ayaka to have a good time together.
Well, I don't think two actors will make a very good movie, so you have to be an actress.
About that, I mean, how was I supposed to contact you when I was making preparations for the film? I figured you were probably busy, and I didn't want to disturb you.
I am busy.
So I could only keep you in the back of my mind while I sought other actors to play the lead roles in the film.
I had been thinking about a surprise reunion with you during our trip here, but you still managed to surprise me first.
Hi, Ayaka. I love this girl.
Oh, so you all know each other already. My, what a coincidence.
Yeah, me and Ayaka went on a
What are the
date.
chances everyone could be brought together here like this?
Pretty high if you hire
Why
us
don't
all.
we go to Hotel de Boer and catch up over a meal? I've already made a reservation.
I thought we didn't have money.
Huh? Did you reserve 2 spots for us too?
Yes, of course, of course. I'll be sure to tell the boss to serve a few more delicious dishes just to make sure there'll be enough food.
Very well. Then please, kindly lead the way, Mr. Xavier.
I thought you didn't have money. As we just march. Up, 2, 3, 4, up.
Wow, the buildings in Fontaine are so tall. Just look at how big they are. And there's the fountain that Aval mentioned earlier. It really is a magnificent sight. And look at that huge spinning sphere. Where does it get its power? Wait a sec. Could it be one of those clockwork mecha we've heard so much about?
Robots. I like that everything in Fontaine's robots.
I'll catch up.
It's also funny that I have none of the characters that are in this mission. I don't have Ayaka, I don't have Ayato, I don't have Yoimiya, I don't have fucking anybody. Da 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 da. Da-da. Let's see.
So this is what food from Fontaine is like. It sure is different from what we have in Inazuma. How should I describe it? It seems like you have to go through a lot more steps to make them. And the flavor has many layers too.
Yes. When I first went to Inazuma,
Like an ogre.
I actually thought the food there tasted a little too bland. It took some time for me to get used to it.
Damn, Savage. Just roast the whole
Back
culture.
to the purpose of this trip for a moment, shall we? How have preparations for the film been coming along, Mr. Xavier?
Well, I've already assembled most of the film crew. A lighting specialist, a prop manager, and a costume designer. I've also bought the copyrights from the novel's author.
Oh, it's called The Two Musketeers, right? I read the script you sent me on the way here. The story is pretty good.
Originally, I was planning to start filming as soon as Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka arrived in Fontaine, but I'm afraid I've run into a bit of a problem.
Oh? What is it?
It has to do with the film's investor, Mr. Morris. He suddenly informed me this morning that he's encountered some financial trouble and will be unable to release to me the amount of funding agreed upon.
It's said that Fontaine's legal system is well developed. If he has violated the contract, then can't you simply take him to court over the matter?
Well, I'm still more concerned about filming. Even if I were to take him to court, I'm afraid it would take months before the case could even be heard.
Then, is there a way we could raise funds ourselves to solve the problem?
I've considered that option too, but unfortunately, it's difficult to gather such a large amount of mora on such short notice. Besides, we have to consider the film festival's submission deadline.
Mr. Xavier, if Ayaka and I were willing to perform for free, would that resolve the problem you are currently facing?
What? No, out of the question. To have you come all this way.
I mean,
just
they
to
are
act
pretty
for
rich.
Free? Oh, no.
They are heads of a
That
very
won't
powerful
do.
clan.
There's no need to worry, Mr. Xavier. My brother and I had actually intended to work for free after receiving your invitation.
They are both kind of loaded.
Inazuma has only recently reopened its borders, and needs to strengthen its relations and cultural ties with other nations. We didn't have many collaboration projects with Fontaine in the past, so we hoped this trip would serve as a good start for the future.
Indeed. You could say that's the real reason why the Yashiro Commission agreed to come to Fontaine.
I understand, but having you two act for free just doesn't seem right.
Not at all. While we're officially here to conduct a cultural survey of sorts, we must express our sincerity if we want to establish formal cultural ties with your nation. This film will serve as proof of friendly cooperation and cultural exchange between Inazuma and Fontaine. It's my hope that the film can be finished and released as smoothly as possible. If you still don't feel comfortable with this arrangement, I would also be more than happy to be introduced to some other renowned individuals in Fontaine's literary and artistic circles.
All right. I'll do as you say. Thank you so much. I'll make sure to cobble together enough mora now, even if it means selling my house, my camera, and every single family heirloom.
Okay, don't sell your house.
Come on now, no need to go that far. I'll also help you out as a brand sponsor.
Me too. Even though I didn't bring much more to spend on this trip, it's still better than nothing.
You are too kind, all of you. I really don't know how to...
As he starts sobbing.
Ew. All right.
Ew!
enough about that. Now
Did
that
she
we've
say
made
ew?
some savings, my support, and 2 leads who are willing to act for free, I think we will be able to make this happen.
That was so funny. Ew.
So, instead of Mora, you'll help with filming.
She's
and
like, stop having
production.
emotions.
Oh, but how can we help with that? We don't know much about making a film.
All right. Pull yourself together, Xavier. Tell us if there are still any open positions left among the crew.
All right. Let me think. We still need a camera operator, a clapper loader, and someone to manage logistics.
What the hell's a clapper loader?
I originally wanted to personally serve as director, but I've been too busy working as the producer. So the positions of director and director's assistant will also need to be filled.
I know a great director.
Paimon knows what the director and the logistics support person do, but what's a clapper loader?
The clapper loader is responsible for using the clapper board to record and organize the information of each shot when the camera operator begins shooting. The work requires both patience and careful attention to detail.
Not for me then.
A clapper board? Oh, you mean the thing they hold that goes clap whenever they start filming?
Yes, that's right. Are you interested in that job?
Yeah, Paimon, you take it. I don't want it.
Sure, Paimon's always wanted to try that.
Okay, good. Paimon, I don't have a
Then you'll be
careful
our
attention.
clapper loader. I can find someone from the store to help with logistics. What do you think, Xavier?
I know a dramatic former
Fine by
Archon who
me.
would love to be director.
As for our camera operator, I was thinking of letting the Traveler take the role.
Ah, you shouldn't.
Oh,
I'm
he's
stupid.
great when it comes to using a camera.
No, I'm not.
Paimon can't even count how many things we've taken photos of during our journey.
Barely any.
Yes, that's also what I was thinking. I noticed the Traveler had an eye for photography and composition when we worked together previously.
I don't remember
that's
you at
due
all.
to the traveler's journey across Teyvat and all the places they've seen. After so many adventures, using a camera must be second nature by now.
Ah,
What do
sure.
you say, Traveler? Are you interested in the job?
Lights, camera, action.
Thank you. It really means a lot to me. Come on, friend. Let me give you a big warm hug.
So all that's left
I would've
is
hugged
a
him. That's not
director
cool.
And an assistant.
I know who to give for the director assistant. Can we get Nuvola and Farina, please?
Me. I want to be the director's assistant.
Okay, fine. We'll get Farina
All
then.
we need to do is help the director, right? I can handle that.
Fair.
All right, then all we need is a director. Oh, all the well-known directors in Fontaine are probably also busy working on their own films these days. I'm not sure who will have time to help.
Don't worry, I know a girl.
Oh, Farina helped out a theater troupe recently by serving as an artistic consultant. She could be a good director, right? Besides, it's not like she has anything else to do right now.
Okay, that's rude of you to say.
Farina?
Yeah, I'm close to
Do you
Farina.
really think Lady Farina would be willing to help us with our humble project?
Probably. She loves attention.
Isn't that the name of Fontaine's Hydro Archon?
Yep.
My brother has already informed me about what happened here in Fontaine.
Yep, that's her. She helped out a theater troupe not too long ago, and now she's taking up work as a director.
Well,
I saw that musical. Her performance was perfect, and the storyboards were also excellent. Don't let her former identity intimidate you. She's the best candidate we can think of right now. You'll never know until you give her a shot.
fine. You're right, Shiori. I'll do anything for the sake of my film. Anything!
Anything.
Then I'll have to ask the Traveler and Paimon to show me the way to Lady Farina's residence. I just hope she'll agree to help.
Do you need us to also come along?
No, there's no need to trouble you with this. Besides, you've just arrived in Fontaine, and I'm sure there are many places you would like to visit. Just leave this task to me. It's part of my duties as the producer.
As the producer.
Very well. Then we'll be waiting to hear the good news.
Don't worry, Farina will do it.
I'll go with you. By the way, you might want to consider bringing a gift.
And don't worry, we won't simply drop you off at Farina's place. We know Farina pretty well by now, so having some familiar faces there should help your chances. Besides, the whole thing was our idea in the first place.
All right, then I'll start making preparations. As for the gift,
A gift for someone who was once seen as the Hydra Oricon. I wonder what she would like.
Honestly, she's very lonely.
Recall that Lady Farina once fancied a clockwork ring, so perhaps I should get another exquisite clockwork contraption for her.
Huh? Can't we just bring some desserts, like the Fontinalia mousse?
She does love desserts too. That actually probably would work.
But wouldn't that be a little too cheap? She does like desserts, though.
Isn't the Fontinalia festival happening right now? I heard Abel tell us on the Aquabus that Farina introduced the tradition of going door to door and asking for sweets. To do something like that, she must have a real sweet tooth.
No, yeah, she's a sugar addict.
I agree with Yoimiya. If the gift is too fancy, it might actually make her feel more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Alright then, let's go buy some Fontinalia mousse.
Oh, Chiori's a Geo user? I just saw her vision. She has a Geo vision? Man, they added no
Would that
Geo
really
characters for
be
so
enough?
long, and now we're getting a lot of
We'd be
Geo.
asking her to do a lot of work, you know.
A lot of work, you know. Blah, 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 blah.
You're right. We need to further sweeten the deal.
Oh?
Huh? You want something even sweeter than Fontinalia mousse?
Yes, we'll need a gift that's sweeter than any dessert in the world.
Well, what could that be?
Your words of praise.
She does have a praise kink, that's fair. The girl definitely wants praise. The girl definitely has a praise kink, so that's fair. I do have her at +10 friendship, don't worry. Oh, do I have to make it? Wait, you know who I'm gonna add to the party for this? Let's see.
I'll take the lead today.
I'm gonna put Navi in the party, even though she's definitely not finished being built yet, but she's cute. I don't have anything like that. Closest I'd have would be Twitter, I guess. That'd be the closest I could have that has DM message would be my Twitter. Dun 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 dun. Where am I going? I don't think my Twitter is linked up to my Nightbot, so I apologize. I mean, my Twitter is just, my Twitter's pretty simple because it's just @NightPsyCad. Oh, you don't have a Twitter account? That's fair. So yeah, I don't have anything that you can really send me screenshots that I could think of, so I'm sorry. But I'm sure you're doing fine. I'm sure you're doing fine. As long as you're honest with how you feel and stuff like that. Honesty is always the best policy, in all honesty, in my opinion. So, as long as you're honest with how you meant things and how you feel and give her the space that she asks for, I don't think you can go wrong. What's this? I get to see Farina!
Here, this is where Farina lives.
I love Farina.
Okay, I'll go knock on the door.
Oh yeah, I always forget Twitch can do that. I can't believe Chiori is a Geo user. She's been asleep. It's like noon.
Seriously, who's knocking before afternoon tea?
Hi, Farina.
Who are you?
Lady Farina, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Xavier, a film director.
Hello. Oh, is that the traveler in Paimon I see behind you?
I just wave like an idiot.
And who's this?
Hi.
Chiori.
Ah, the one from Chioria Boutique. Hello, hello. So, what are you all doing here? Do you need something?
Did you just get up, Farina? It's already past noon, you know.
Trying to be nice.
Oh, Paimon means the weather is so nice in the afternoon.
Paimon, why are you always mean to Farina?
Just like how you make us feel. Sleeping in late is a really smart idea.
No. I was just up late last night reading some novels. What does sleeping in have to do with the weather?
Now you just confused her?
This is a small gift we've prepared for you, Lady Farina. We hope you like it.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a regular person like everyone else now. Oh, is this Fontinalia mousse? It's one of my favorites.
I fucking love
That's
Farina.
great. So, actually, there's something we need your help with.
I love this girl.
Given your renowned passion and understanding of drama, I would like to ask that you serve as the director of our film crew.
Oh, but didn't you just say that you're a director?
Yes, but for this particular project,
Okay,
I'm mainly
that's fair.
working as a producer. Besides, I'm sure that your understanding of the
I'll
performing
look at it
arts
later,
far
thank you.
surpasses my own, Lady Farina.
Lady Farina.
Are the Traveler and Paimon also part of the film crew?
I'm the cameraman.
We sure are. Paimon's the clapper loader, and he's the camera operator.
I love that camera spelled like a K with a K.
Operator. That can be a pretty technical job, and it directly affects the final quality of the film. Are you really up to it?
Nope.
No, I'm not questioning your abilities. It's just that I've never really seen you use a camera before.
Maybe you can come up with a test for the Traveler and see for yourself. If he can satisfy you with his camera skills, then you'd have nothing to worry about and can join the team. What do you say?
You sure are getting better at rolling with the situation, Paimon. Oh, I do wish to see how skilled the Traveler really is with a camera. Alright, how about this? We'll work with what we have. I'll give you some scenarios and see if your work is up to my standards.
Whatever you say, Director Farina.
Very good. It's essential for the camera operator to understand the director's vision. I'll make my decision after seeing your work. Are you ready? I have high standards, you know.
I know you do.
Okay, grab the camera and I'll give you a scenario.
Okay. Estella is the boss of the video workshop and has always been proud of her forging machine. You can always see precisely control tank temperature, well stakes, no effort blocks. Let us film a promotional video for her workshop. Remember, emphasize the superiority of her forging machine. Okay, I'm gonna fuck this up. I don't know anything about camera work. Ah, no, it's one of these again. You'll need to film several shots according to the director's requirements and compile it into a video. Camera positioning is key, and you should ask for the camera requirements beforehand. When filming, there will be narration requirements. Let the shoot narration for the story. Okay. So the goal is to highlight her forging machine. I'm fuck. Located the corner from the looks up is a weapons workshop that utilizes its forging machine. Well, I guess I should start with the... I'm gonna start there, I guess, because it's not her. What's the narration? This machine can precisely control the force applied to temperature, making it perfect for doing exhausting and time-consuming work. I like that I'm filming a commercial. Thanks to its machine, the owner can comfortably enjoy work each day. Because that was the first one that was like about her. But worry not, for the weapons producer or outstanding quality and excellent craftsmanship with a keen edge. What shows they have a keen edge? Wait. Did I fuck up? Oh wait, I fucked up. Wait. Ah! I keep hitting the wrong buttons. With a keen edge. I don't like any of these shots. I guess that one. If the weapon is what you want, looking further than you want. Yeah, end on the logo. Always end on the logo. Always gotta end on the logo. I made a commercial! Hooray for capitalism!
Oh, it appears that you have more skill than I thought.
Well, I'm glad you think so, because I don't.
All the shots had a great composition, and I could really feel a connection to the characters and their lines.
Yeah! Does that mean you agree to be our director, Farina?
Did you think I would agree just like that? After our performance of the Little Oceanid, I've begun to make a name for myself again, you know.
Oh?
In fact, I've already had several troops approach me for the Fontanalia Film Festival. Unfortunately, the scripts were all pretty boring and didn't pique my interest.
That's hilarious.
If others were to find out I agreed to work with you so easily, then, well...
But I'm your favorite!
Hey, but didn't we have a deal? What else do we need to do to convince you, Farina?
Well, what about the pay?
Huh?
No. How much you're willing to pay me to be the director? The pay is also an important factor for me to consider, you know.
Oh, we both know you're rich.
Well, I can offer you this much?
What? That's all? If Nervylat were to hear of this, he could charge you with underpaying your labor.
That's
I'm
hilarious.
sorry, but our crew is in a tight financial spot at the moment.
I see. Well, even though it's highly unlikely now that I'll join your crew, there's still something I'd like to ask. Exactly what film are you planning to make?
Oh, our script is an adaptation of The Two Musketeers.
Huh? Wait, you mean the suspense thriller novel that was a #1 bestseller?
Ah, she read the novel.
So Farina's read it too.
Of course I read it. I've always had a keen interest in artistic works that strike a chord with the populace. I see. It all makes sense now. You must have used most of the budget to pay for the copyright.
Not really. The novel's author transferred the copyright to me practically for free once he heard that I wanted to make a film adaptation of the story.
At least he's honest.
The lack of budget is due to another issue.
At least he's honest. I'll give him credit for being honest. He could have just
He
let...
probably just wants to get his name out there. So, Mora isn't the most important thing to him right now.
That was hilarious how honest that
It
guy
reminds
was.
me of a delivery courier who wears one of my designs while traveling all across Teyvat. I didn't charge her much for the outfit either. The exposure she provides for my brand is well worth it.
So, are you a big fan of this story, Farina?
She wants to direct the story because she likes the novel
Well,
now.
It's alright. The pacing of the story is good, but the character relationships could use some work. When I was reading it before, I always felt like some things were left on a rather unsatisfactory note. I have high standards, you know.
Yeah?
Ahem, Mr. Xavier, if, hypothetically speaking, I agree to be the director, how much freedom would I have in terms of script revisions and creative interpretation?
Oh, as much freedom as you would need. I wouldn't dare doubt the tastes of Fontaine's greatest star.
Good. Then I'm free to alter the script as I see fit.
I love Farina.
Absolutely, no problem.
All right. It seems that your crew really can't go on without my care and direction.
I love Farina so much.
So, you agree?
Yes, I agree. Although the pay is well below what someone of my caliber deserves. A great script calls for a great director.
I love her so much. The sparkle off her eye.
A perfectly good story be ruined due to lack of funds. If you have fine cheese and bread, you wouldn't just let it sit on the counter and get moldy just because you lack an oven, right?
Thank you, Farina.
Oh, Hydro Archon above. I'm not.
But she's
dreaming
not
of
above.
this.
She's standing
So
right in
many
front of you.
There's no more Hydro Archon, you know. And it's still a little early to celebrate. There's a lot that goes into shooting a film. Although the trickiest tasks of finalizing the script and casting the actors have already been taken care of, we'll still need to reserve filming locations. Not to say set up lighting and props. And by the way, since we'll be filming The Two Musketeers, we'll need to find an action choreographer. Ideally, a professional who has actual experience with muskets.
Ah, that's where the new character
Yes,
comes
I've
in.
thought about this as well. I was hoping that you might know someone who could handle the job.
Me? If this was before, I could have simply asked Florand. But it's already been some time since I last talked to her. Navia can also use firearms. But unfortunately, her style is quite different from that of the characters in the story.
Could
Her
we ask the
style.
Special Security and Surveillance Patrol?
Oh, you mean the Special Patrol's musketeers?
Yes, that's right. They work with muskets every day. I can't think of anyone more qualified than them.
They would be under Nervilette's jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I don't have any connection with them at all. So, in the end, we still have to start by talking to Nervilette.
No need to go to all that trouble. I know their Captain Chevres.
Oh, you do? Wait, Chiori, how do you know the captain of the Special Patrol's musketeers?
No particular reason. Running a business means dealing with some trouble from time to time, and she's helped me out on a few occasions. In return, I've helped her handle a few situations in which the Special Patrol couldn't get involved directly. So, we've gotten to know each other over time.
So you're saying there's been times when the Special Patrol needed a fashion designer to handle a situation? Your work is becoming more and more mysterious.
It'd be best to keep it that way. Anyway,
It'd be best to
enough
keep it
about
that way.
What do you all think about asking the captain to be our musket action choreographer?
She sounds professional enough. She is a captain after all. I have no objections.
But I imagine the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol must be busy with their duties. Do you think she'd really have time to help with shooting a film? And then there's the issue of pay.
Well, it just so happens that she's also not the kind of person that's just after Mora. As for whether she has time, I'll have to go and ask her first.
Dun dun dun.
Then I'll leave that to you. Macaroni's on sale today, so I've got to go. You can just tell me how things went when we discuss tomorrow's plan later.
No problem.
Having Farina join feels like a big boost to our team.
I mean, it is a massive boost. She's literally like one of the most
Of
qualified
course.
people in the world.
Just wait until the day of our premiere. You'll witness the true power of my name in these lands. You'll be so glad I agreed to help. I can guarantee that even the standing tickets will be sold out. I'll be sure to ask some people I know to see if they'd be willing to act as extras.
Seems like you're finally getting more comfortable with your own reputation now.
I didn't ask for the Clapper Loader's commentary, Paimon.
Paimon, why you always gotta roast Farina?
Then let's get going. I happen to know where Chevres is today.
By the way, I'm curious. If my pay is so low, then what about our two lead actors? Didn't they travel here all the way from Inazuma?
How do you know that?
Actually, they told us that they see the trip as part of a cultural exchange, so they didn't ask for any pay.
What? So is every person in Teyvat who doesn't want money gathered here to shoot this film? Don't tell me Chiori isn't being paid either.
I already knew Xavier from before, and he's also agreed to give my brand some good exposure.
It seems the gods have really smiled upon
They
you,
really
Xavier.
have.
And that certainly doesn't include me, mind you.
Gun! I defeat you with the power of friendship and this shotgun I found.
A little lucky.
I love Fontaine.
All right, this is the place.
But where's the captain? There's hardly anyone around here.
She's over there. The one with an eye patch reading in front of the newsstand.
The one with the eye patch.
Her! Paima could tell there was something different about her. She seems kinda intimidating.
She also has bright purple hair.
Please wait here for a moment. I'll go fetch her. She's working now, so you might not want to get in her way.
Working? But isn't she just standing there and reading a novel?
You love her? Which one do you love? I love all of them, but...
Just
Oh,
trust
the
me.
new gun girl? Chevreuse, I think her name is?
Alright, let's see what happens then. Shiori sure is a mysterious person.
Yeah, Chevreuse, okay. I think her name's Chevreuse. Yeah,
Designer, but she knows all these
she seems pretty cool, although I think her entire... Didn't they release her kit and her entire thing is like revolves around overload?
The court of Fontaine isn't particularly tolerant of visitors from overseas, so it isn't easy for a foreigner to promote their brand here.
I don't really have a good
Even
pyro
world
DPS
of
besides
fashion.
Shingling, so I don't really
Even
know
a
how
local
good I'll
like
use her.
me
But I
who's
want her
trying
too
to
because she
make a
looks
film
cool.
Has to face all kinds of challenges, so I can only imagine what Shiori has been through to get where she is today.
Overload when you
I'm
mix
sure
when
that
you mix
having more
pyro and
connections
electro.
has definitely worked in her favor.
Reading on the job?
Detective novel.
Detective
The
not.
main character?
No. Multiple. Branching storylines.
I see.
She's so blunt.
How's the plot coming along?
I also don't have a good pyro.
One of the main characters is about to make a choice that will affect the rest of his life.
She has
I'd
headphones.
wager he's going to make the wrong choice.
Any way to speed things up?
You got. I got Navi and her signature. I did get Navi and her signature
I know
open.
that
I gave
doesn't
in.
depend
I
on
was
you.
dumb.
It all comes down to what the character
I don't make good
chooses.
financial decisions.
Which is exactly why I'm here.
I'm still building her because, fuck, it's hard to build her. But she's level like 60 right now, and the weapon's like I forget what level the weapon is. I have a bad memory. I'll look in a second. Her weapon's just really cool. I got Ayaka's weapon trying to get her weapon, of
It
course.
appears he made the wrong choice in the end. Halt!
Huh? What's going on?
Did I just come to like the middle of a sting operation?
Hand over whatever you're holding.
I love how short she is.
It's just a book. I didn't buy anything else.
Then I'm sure you wouldn't mind letting me have a look.
Excuse me, officer.
I
don't mind you standing around.
Her weapon is really good. The problem is that
But
Serpent
I'd
Spine
prefer if you
exists.
didn't disturb my
So like it's
customers.
comparable to Serpent Spine, but so is every
business, you
Claymore.
know.
But it's a little bit better than
Don't
Serpent
give me
Spine.
that
Serpent
act.
Spine.
You won't be able to get off so easily either. I am Chevreuse, captain of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. I will say this one last time. Hand over whatever you're holding at once.
Ooh, she
And
aggressive.
before you do anything unwise, let me remind you that I'll have you on the ground before you can even think about making a run for it.
All right, that's kind of hot.
All right. I'll give it to you. But please let me say something first. If there's any contraband in that book, then the shopkeeper here is the one who slipped it in. I don't have anything to do with this.
Why, you trying to leave me on the hook, huh? You were the one who said you wanted it.
Save it for the interrogation room.
Why does she have headphones?
Take them away, Letelier.
How do you even wear those headphones with that hat?
What's going on here? One second you're reading a book and the next you're escorting people away.
That was so funny. Paimon, it's called a sting operation.
Oh! Aren't you the traveler who's been all over the papers recently? Chiori, I'm assuming what you wanted to ask me about has to do with that.
I mean,
right?
same. She's definitely pretty. I definitely like her.
Maybe I can let you in on what's happening then.
I also have a thing for strong women.
Now
That's
that
why
justice
Shenha is
been
my
brought to
wife.
Justice, no new shipments of synth will be made and distributed to sellers. The Fontaine guards have been busy collecting the remaining synths still circulating on the market.
Oh yeah, I forgot I destroyed the
Thanks to a
drug
tip
trade.
From our reliable source here, this should be the very last batch.
I forgot I destroyed the drug trade in Fontaine single-handedly.
You're pretending to read a book in order to catch the bad guys. Oh, Paimon almost forgot to introduce ourselves. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler and Xavier.
Paimon is Paimon.
Hey, I'm Chevreuse. You probably already heard me introduce myself, so I won't bother repeating it.
Yeah. Why didn't you make a move as soon as you had the chance? Were you worried that my intel wasn't accurate?
No, I wanted to see if the shopkeeper would turn himself in first.
Shiori's so
All he
funny.
had to do was come up to me and say that he didn't know where the synth had come from. If he did that, then I wouldn't have had to press charges on him.
He had the whole day to turn the synth over to Chevreuse. But instead, the moment I came up and blocked Chevreuse's line of sight, he took the opportunity to sell it off.
Yep, He made the wrong choice.
Probably. I'm
Even though
terrible
the
at
right
knowing
choice
voice
was
actors.
Right there in front of him.
But you knew they wouldn't make the right choice.
I love these two already, and I can't believe that Chiori has a Geo vision. So when she comes out, she's gonna be another Geo character. Like, we had, like, how long without any Geo characters? Now they've released, like, 2 of them that are really pretty back-to-back.
Yeah, I knew. I was just hoping I'd be wrong for once.
And she has a Pyro vision, which I expected. I knew she was gonna have Pyro or Electro.
Enough about that, though. What did you want to ask me about?
Marry me?
Oh, you see, it's like this.
No, she does. If you look at Chiori's design, she has a Geo vision on her hip. She already has a... You can see it. When you watch the cutscene, she has a Geo vision.
The Two Musketeers.
Oh, I thought you were
She
asking, my
certainly
bad.
have a good eye for a story. So what do you need me to do? Just be the action choreographer for the actors?
Yes, that's right. I want to make sure we get all the details.
You want her?
Right.
She's Geo. Yeah, she
I
is,
want the
luckily.
actor's posture and understanding of firearms to be.
I
as
love
realistic
Geo
as
personally. I
possible.
know that most other people in the
However,
community don't
I'm
like Geo,
afraid
but
this
Geo's like my
work
favorite
will
element.
Require a bit of your time, since you'll have to be present whenever we're filming. Also, as for the pay,
This
No
poor
need
guy.
to say any more. I'll join.
You're iffy on Geo. I mean, I understand why everyone's iffy on Geo, because it's the problem with, like, all gacha games is because all gacha games, like, the thing is, like, big damage. Like, being tanky usually isn't what you want, because kill the enemy as quickly as possible.
What Checker is really saying is, if you wanna fight the Oni King, you have to go through Sky Green,
What?
White Iron, Lavender Melon first.
What? What is Paimon talking about? Why is Paimon talking about Bullchucker? Ito's not even here. Where did that come from? I think the game just had a stroke and tried to load a different quest. Ito's not even here, Paimon. But yeah, like, it's the problem with all gacha games is that, like, the, like, defensive characters aren't really that powerful because the whole point of most gacha games is kill the enemy in 2 shots. So, like, Geo, because Geo's gimmick is making those little shards that give you shields, isn't damaging the enemy. It makes you live better. A lot of people don't like it. Like, I mean, that's why Hu Tao is, like, the most popular character still for DPS, is because she hurts herself to do more damage, and damage all that matters. Which I get, but I like being tanky. I play tanks in, like, most games. So I like being tanky.
really? You're willing to help us with our humble film project?
Sure, it's no big deal. As I said, we've wrapped up our investigation here, so I don't have any other tasks on my plate for the moment.
I don't think that's how being a cop
Besides,
works.
I personally really like this novel. I even have the collector's edition at home. Stories where justice prevails over evil never get old for me.
I love this girl already.
Then
She's
we've got a
hilarious.
deal?
Yes, I'll see you on set tomorrow.
I love her. Yeah, so you can see her Geo vision right there. See? There it is. So she's Geo. It's a weird place for her vision, but I like it. It's like right on her, like, little belt loopy. I forget what the fucking word is on kimonos. The sash thing. I forget what it's called. There's a word for it. I don't remember it,
Oh
though.
my!
I'm a bad
I
weeb.
can hardly believe it. I should tell Lady Farina immediately. Oh, and I must tell the prop manager and lighting technician to get everything ready. We start filming tomorrow.
Yeah! I'm just glad Farina's here. That's all I care about.
Down, Xavier. The film is going to take more than just a day to finish.
Not with that attitude.
So I should also head back now.
Yeah, Farina's never leaving my
Start preparing
team.
The actors' costumes and makeup.
Alright, guess that's it for today then.
Like, Farina's, like, never leaving my... Farina's gonna end up on every team.
Please stay for a moment.
Why?
I have something to tell you.
But why? You don't even know who I am, do
Then
you?
I'll take Xavier back. Poor thing. He's so excited that he can't even walk straight anymore. I don't want to spend our first day fishing our producer out of the fountain.
He's got the zoomies. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye, Chiori. But let's see. How far along do I have Navi built? Because I have Navi at level 60. I need more of these and that to get her more. Weapon is level 56, 58. I do not have any more of the fucking rocks right now to level it up further. And I don't even think I have the items to level it up. Oh, I did get more. Yeah, I hate... Materials don't like me in this game. Oh, I need to kill more of the alien things. Okay. Well. Okay, so the weapon's level 60. I did get full artifacts. They're not ideal. I'm still farming better ones, but I got, like, the full set she needs. So, like, this one was a really good roll. I got really lucky. This artifact's pretty good. Like, it's got the attack, it's got crit rate, crit damage. Pretty good roll for her, so I leveled that one up. This one's, like, terrible, kind of. So I'm not super thrilled with it, but it does do attack at least. This one's HP, so, like, it's very meh. I'm not going to level it up, because I need to be better. This one's attack, which is kind of good, but it's, like, all defense on its substats, so I'm hoping to get a better hat. This is my only, like, good Geo goblet right now. So, like, it's not great. It's not bad. It's not terrible, but it's not, like, great. So, like, she's kind of built, but not really. C0. Talents I leveled up. I can level this up more, actually. I got some stuff into her umbrella, but, like, I need so many of these stupid... transient chunks. I need to go with the ocean and just kill... I need to go just slaughter all sea life in the ocean, but I'm lazy. Farina's mostly built. I just need more of this shit from the stupid narwhal. Speaking of farming the bots, how much stamina do I have? I want to make sure I don't max out on stamina. Oh yeah, I need to grab that too. Counts also. Oh, the 3-star book thing, that's fair. My stamina's almost at max, actually. Let's go kill the bots real quick, and then we'll continue the quest. Let's go murder the bots. Because I need to kill them in the Coriolis. Yeah, Corpelius. Let's go murder the robots. I wish there was a teleporter closer to the robots. Let's test out Navia. I have Noelle, so I'm not worried about... I also picked these. I'm gonna test out Navia. She's probably not gonna do great against them because she's nowhere near done yet, but like I have Noelle and Farina, so I'm not worried about losing. I can afford to be a little dumb. I have Noelle and Navia. I mean Farina. Noelle and Farina are my girls. I've made Noelle since day one. I love my girl. I love her a lot. And then Farina is just Farina. The team I want, my dream team, that's not what I wanted. My dream team that I need to wait for the gods to be kind to me. My dream team, I want my dream team to be, I want it to be, where is he? I want it to be Ito. I want it to be Farina. I want it to be, Jean, probably. And then I want Yaimiko. That's what I want for my dream team. I want Jean to be my healer and do Swirl. And then I want Farina to do Hydro. I want Miko to do Lightning. And then I want Ito to be just Ito because I like Ito. I don't really care that Geo... I know that Ito does really well in like a full Geo team with Goro, but I don't even have Goro, let alone C6 of Goro. So like that's not happening anytime soon. And like, I love Miko a lot. I think Miko and Ito are like two of my favorite characters in the game, and I don't have either one of them, and it makes me sad. But I love this asshole. Alright, let's go kill the robot. But that's my dream team, eventually, one day. One day I'll have my dream team. Hey, I want to fight the robots. I need Corpelius. Let's go! If you don't let them bow, you're a monster. I'm just saying that.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Gun! Gun! Ash, dying.
The side effects. Seems like an emergency.
You hate this boss? Why? I love this boss.
Feeling lucky?
Gun!
That's the way. Hey there!
She's not doing bad damage, actually. I haven't even used Noelle. Ow. Okay, where's Noelle? Now I need to use Noelle.
No stone unturned.
Nah, get rid of that. You don't need that. No, stop it. Stop it. Bad. I brought you Farina's ult. No, bad. Stop it. Stop freezing me! You make me swing my sword slower! Gun!
Someone needs to leave it up to me.
I'll defeat you with the power of friendship in this gun I found. Yeah. The shield is annoying. I mean, yeah. What's that? There's another one that does geo damage bonus? That's funny. That's so funny that that's what I'm using on her right now. Palias, Icewind Sweet. You know, considering she's like only half built, she did pretty decent jam. Navia almost finished that by herself. She only needed Noelle's help a little bit at the end when I got really hurt. So that's like not bad for Navia being half built. That's pretty impressive. I'm pretty impressed with her. Like, because I was nowhere near, like, she's nowhere near built. So, like, that was pretty impressive. I think I need Guide of Justice. Let me do that. I think I need Ingenuity. There we go. No, I like Navi a lot. And I also love Geo, so, like, I'm biased, but... Anyway, where am I going to teleport to the quest now that I got distracted? Stop tracking you. Where's my quest? I think this will be the closest fast travel point. No, her outfit's really good. And I really love that her weapon's an axe, especially because, like, it opens up the door for so many new so many new weapons for Claymore users. I'm waiting for a Claymore user that, uses a scythe. Is what I'm waiting for now. Because now that this can be an axe, that opens up the door for someone to have a... Her attack animation's also super clean. Her attack animations are super clean. Her and Farina have, like, some of the best attack animations in the game. I don't even care. And I will not be taking criticism at this time.
So what did you want to tell us, Chevros?
Hello, Chevros.
Have you read The Two Musketeers?
Nope!
The story is about a pair of children born into the household of a baron, and their struggle to survive together and take revenge for their mother.
That's pretty cool, actually.
They were raised at the baron's estate, where their mother worked as a maid. The two were illegitimate children that the baron had with the maid, so they were never treated well by anyone.
Damn.
One day, upon returning home, they found their mother had been murdered and left dead on the floor. It was quite evident that the culprits were the other members of the baron's household, who never had any kind words to say to them.
Damn.
However, the Baron was able to exert his influence and keep the whole thing under wraps. The mother's death was eventually deemed as a suicide, and there was no chance of bringing her murderers to justice. The two siblings decided to flee and someday avenge their mother.
Okay, that sounds like a pretty good book, actually.
Later, members of the Baron's family suddenly started turning up dead one after the other, all killed by gunshot. A rainbow rose was found on each of the victims' bodies, being the flower that the kid's mother liked best. The Baron believed that the mother's soul had come to take vengeance on him, so he lived in fear each day.
Her belt has, like, spikes on it. God, her design is great. I love that her headphones have spikes, and she has, like, a star on her eye patch, and then her belt has, like, all those spikes. Her design's super solid.
But it was actually those two siblings who had fled all those years ago. They relied on each other to survive, and trained day and night, eventually becoming adept musketeers. They used all of their abilities to collect evidence and clues before executing their plan and exacting revenge on the Baron. Their actions let the truth behind their mother's death be known to all.
That's quite an exhilarating story.
Yep, the Baron got what he deserved
Yep.
for his evil deeds, and justice was able to prevail. It was just the kind of story I enjoy.
No, yeah, Cloud Retainer coming out is so funny. I hope she still talks the way she always has, though.
You could say it was one of the reasons.
If Cloud Retainer doesn't still talk like one is here, and like in her weird way of talking, if she doesn't still talk like that, I'm gonna be so upset. She needs to still talk weird.
Oh, you mean there were other reasons too?
Like, it's very important
I've
she
read
still
the
talks like a
reports
dork.
about you. Whether it was at the trials or when you lent your hand to resolve our nation's crisis, you've shown that you've got a strong sense of justice, as well as a great mind for deductions.
Now that they've made Cloud Retainer a playable character, I kind of hope they do the same for Mooncarver, because I really liked Mooncarver during that quest in Liwa, and like the fact that he's a giant deer, I feel like his design could be really, really cool with like the deer antlers or something like that as like a decoration. I don't care about Mountain Shaper. I couldn't care less about Mountain Shaper. Mountain Shaper was a dick. And he's also a bird, so like he's the exact same as Cloud Retainer, but he's a bird. I don't know why they're both cranes. I was kind of disappointed. Like, I met Mooncarver, and he's this giant deer, and he looked really cool. And then I met Cloud Retainer during that quest, and I was like, oh, cool, she's like a sky crane. That's really cool. And then I met Mountain Shaper, and he was also a crane. And I was like, what? I was like, why are you a crane too? Especially if your thing is Geo. Why are you a crane? Why aren't you like something cooler? They could have made him like anything. I don't know why. But yeah, so I don't really care about Mountain Shaper, but I like Mooncarver and Cloud Retainer the best.
Yes, you're as sharp as I expected. It seems you've experienced many similar situations before.
Everyone wants me to do
There's
something.
been a recent murder case involving muskets. The perpetrator's methods appear to be very similar to what is described in the novel.
Huh? Really? But Paimon didn't see anything about that in today's papers.
The Marechaussee Phantom hasn't yet released any information to the public because the investigation is currently at a standstill. The murderer is extremely cautious.
Damn.
A murder involving firearms? But not that many people use those in Fontaine, right?
Impossible. We perform a routine inspection of our firearms and ammo reserves every day. If one of the weapons had been fired, it would stick out like a sore thumb. Besides, I trust the members of my platoon.
That's fair. Had to ask.
However... Well, that's all I can disclose about the case today.
Fair.
Huh? What do you mean?
I hope you all can go back and get some shut-eye. You can decide tomorrow whether or not you'd like to join the investigation with me.
I mean, I'm pretty good at
I'm
solving
aware
murders
this
in
might not
Fontaine.
be the ideal time to add more to your plate, but the more capable people we have, the better the chances that justice will prevail.
I mean, I'm pretty used to solving murders in Fontaine at this point.
Carrying out investigations isn't actually supposed to be our responsibility. Our job is to apprehend the perpetrators. Finding them is really up to the Marechaussee Phantom. You could say I'm taking part in the investigation out of personal interest.
Oh?
I don't want people to see muskets in a negative way, and also, I'm concerned about the similarity between the crimes and the story.
You mean they might be connected somehow?
I suspect so. Just to make myself clear, this is not an order, nor is it a deal of any kind. It's a request, nothing more.
Well, I love you, so I'll do
If you
it.
have any interest in the case after we finish filming tomorrow and are willing to assist me, then I would be most grateful.
I love you already, so yeah, I'm game.
What do you think, Traveler?
Well, she's cute, so we're doing it. No, I want to say yes!
Paimon's getting a little tired, too. We've really been hustling all day.
We really have not done
You'd
anything.
better head back and get some rest.
We have done
It's good
nothing
to keep
all
a
day.
calm mind, especially when you're about to make an important decision.
We've done literally
When
nothing.
the moment comes, you might end up like that shopkeeper and not even realize that the right choice is right there in front of you.
We talked to Farina. That's like all we did today was talk to Farina. We got Farina to be the director. That was the most amount of work we did. And Farina's really not hard to get to do anything because she likes us. Like, we just have to give her a little bit of praise and a chocolate mousse. That was all it took to get Farina on board. That was all it took. It really wasn't some Herculean task. Tick-tock, 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 tick-tock. I love that my character will, like, fight monsters.
Everyone. Paimon even dreamt of making the film last night.
I love that my character will, like, fight horrible monsters. Paimon, shut up!
Hotel de Bourg. Let's get going.
Shut up, Paimon! I'm trying to talk to chat. I love that my character will, like, work really hard and, like, fight monsters and not be tired at all. And then I'll talk to, like, 4 people, and it's like, I'm tired. Social interaction be like that. Hey, it's Ayaka again. Where's Farina? Don't get me wrong, I like Ayaka, but where's Farina?
Good morning. Xavier said yesterday afternoon went well.
Yeah, we got Farina.
Yeah, and how about you, Ayaka? What were you up to yesterday?
After we split up, Ayato went to see Udex Nervillette at the Palais Marmonia.
Oh?
I was originally thinking of going with him, but he said he could manage it himself. He told me to go see the sights around Fontaine and to enjoy the local culture.
Fair. He's
So
a good
I
big
rode
brother.
the Aquabus with Yoimiya and visited the Opera House on Aranias Island.
Fair.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe what we saw there. 2 mechanical puppets that were dancing together. You've already seen them, right?
Yeah, I love them. They're fucking great. I just fought them 12 seconds ago!
Yeah, those two. Amazing, aren't they?
Yeah, they're great. I love them.
We sat and watched for quite a while. It was mesmerizing. Like we could keep watching them forever.
Oh, it was the same for us the first time we saw them, too.
Afterwards, we went swimming at the beach. Well, diving, to be exact. It was the first time I ever breathed underwater. I held Ayaka's hand and we counted down together. 3, 2, 1, and then splash! We were beneath the waves.
Yoimiya is so funny. Yoimiya cracks me up.
At first, I didn't dare to open my mouth. But once I couldn't hold my breath any longer, I decided to take a big breath in. Turns out the water wasn't as salty as I imagined. It didn't really taste like anything at all.
How does the water breathing in Fontaine work?
Like normal down there. It was an amazing feeling. Ayaka said I was too nervous and needed to loosen my grip. She got used to everything way faster than I did.
Ehete
I
Nandeo?
knew
I don't know what that
the
means.
Traveler could do it, so I had no doubt we could do it too. That helped me feel at ease as soon as we dove in.
I love
The
Ayaka.
underwater world in Fontaine truly is beautiful. I love seeing the romaritime flowers blossoming underwater, like little candles lighting up the streets at night.
I apparently do not know the meme.
Yeah,
Apparently, I failed my
there were
internet
so many
class.
creatures that we've never seen in Inazuma. Like those fish that shimmer like a sword blade. Whoosh! Oh, and those big fish that call when they see people. Ooh.
Oh, you mean Hunter's Rays and Blubber Beasts.
I just love the name Blubber Beast. Just wait till Pops and the others hear about this. They probably won't believe a word I say.
Your dad's deaf. He won't hear shit. Your dad is deaf. He's been around too many firework explosions.
Yoimiya was down there for quite a while. It was dark before we finally rode the aquabus back to the city. I figured she'd want to sleep in today.
Yeah, even I was worried that I wouldn't be able to get up. I still felt like I was drifting in the waves when I went to sleep last night. But as soon as I woke up today, I remembered that we'd all be shooting a film together, and I was ready to go.
Speaking of the film, where's everybody else?
Mainly Farina. Where's Farina?
My brother and Xavier were speaking to the restaurant owner about using the place as a filming location. They should be here soon.
Where's Farina?
As for the others, we're here.
That's not Farina. Not that I'm not.
Please excuse my tardiness. I just finished the Special Patrol's 6-mile morning jog.
That's a lot.
6 miles?
You and Sarah would get along great.
I'm so tired.
God, Farina's in the mood.
I heard you all chatting, so I decided to come down. I sure could use some of that endless energy everyone else has.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning. Can someone fetch me a cup of coffee? More milk, hold the sugar.
Sure, I'd be happy to do that for you.
I fucking love
You
Farina.
can't go anywhere.
Ah.
Have a seat over here.
I
so
love
can
her
get
so
started on the
much.
Makeup. Ugh, the last thing I want is coffee stains on my costumes.
I can get the coffee. It's the perfect job for an assistant.
I love that she's just not a morning person. She's just like, it's like noon and she's just waking up and she's just like, coffee. She's not, I don't even know.
So much energy. Seriously, what's her secret?
Stop staying up all night reading novels.
It is always like that. But you sure look exhausted, Farina. It's because you're not used to waking up so early, huh?
Of course not. I spent the whole night reading the novel from cover to cover, marking sections that either need to be omitted or adapted.
Okay. One thing Farina doesn't get enough credit for one thing, and that she's actually an incredibly hard worker. Like, when she accused Lenny of being the murderer by accident, she still stayed up all night to compile a case against him because she did think he was guilty. And granted, she didn't mean to accuse him in that moment because she wasn't ready, but she did still think he was guilty. And she stayed up all night to ready that case. And it was a good case against him. And then she becomes the director, and she's not even really being paid for it, if we're being honest. Let's be real. Farina's rich anyway, and she's really not being paid for this. But she stayed up all night, reread the novel while making notes in it. Like, the girl's a very hard worker.
Wow. Paimon didn't expect you to be so thorough.
I don't know why you didn't expect that. She's always
Well,
thorough.
I was the biggest star in all of Fontaine, after all.
I think you still are.
It takes more than just a pretty face to earn a reputation like that. I know how to get serious when the situation calls for it. I went all out when I was acting as an Archon, so why wouldn't I do the same for my own life?
Yeah.
Here's your coffee, Director Farina.
She's way too happy being called Director Farina.
Thank you. The sound of being called director and the aroma of coffee feels almost as refreshing as hearing the birds chirping in the morning.
It's the middle of the afternoon.
It seems everyone has managed to arrive on time.
No, I love Farina, everything about her. Her design, her voice. The fact that her design
We've reached an
changes with her
agreement with the
abilities
restaurant
is so
owner.
cool.
We are free to use the second floor to shoot our film.
Really? That's great!
He is really looking forward to our film, and hopes that providing his restaurant as a filming location will attract more customers.
Why is Ayaka and Chiori all the way over there?
I'll leave the rest to you.
Okay, thanks. First, I'd like to introduce our new members. This is our prop manager, Veronique. She'll be in charge of all the film's props and items.
Veronique.
And this is Bono, our lighting
Bono.
technician. He'll be in charge of lighting and illumination to set up each scene's atmosphere.
Wow. Sure feels like we have some real professionals.
Yeah, to the guy who had never gotten his marriage. Oh, you pulled for him and you
First
didn't get
of
him?
all,
I'm sorry.
Please allow me to first express my sincerest gratitude to everyone in the crew. When my investor informed me yesterday that he wouldn't be able to provide the funds, I really thought that this was the nail in the coffin for this film. I had no idea that I'd find so many people willing to help me on such short notice. Thank you. Thank you.
I
all
gotta start
from the
saving up for the
bottom of
Raiden
my
Shogun
heart.
again. I don't know if I'll be
No
able
need
to.
to be so cordial, Mr. Xavier.
I want the Raiden
We're
Shogun.
all honored to be a part of this.
Your works made a profound impression on me when I saw them back in Inazuma. I am sure that someday, this film will be remembered as a prime example of cultural exchange between Fontaine and Inazuma.
Yes, the story is the reason I agreed to join. I can't bear to even imagine what this film would look like without the very best director.
I love Farina.
Anyway, I would like to make a promise to everyone that as the producer of this film, I'll do whatever I can to ensure that everything goes as smoothly as possible. This is not just my film. It also embodies the thoughts and feelings of every person here, as well as the endless effort we are about to pour into it. So, without further ado, The Two Musketeers will officially begin filming now! You may take it from here, Director Farina.
All right.
Oh no.
Listen up, everyone.
She's gonna go into full-on mode. Where did she get this table?
The first scene takes place when the two young musketeers are living at the Baron's home, still unaware of all that is about to happen to them. We'll need props and lighting to set the scene.
Don't we need children?
Our lead actors can go get their makeup done, and extras, please take this time to go over your positions.
Wouldn't we need children for the beginning of the book?
Seems Farina's really kicking things into gear as the director.
Is everyone clear? I don't want anyone traipsing around the set like umbrella finches. All right, cameras will start rolling as soon as the set is ready. Let's make a film that'll make some serious waves in Fontaine.
I mean, it doesn't shock me she exists because one of her, like, lore things that you can read, like, in her profile when you unlock it is that she did have a troupe that won a contest to work with her when she was still Archon, and they didn't take her suggestions, and she just had the guards kick them out. Like-
Not the kind of waves that drown people. I mean,
Not the kind that drown everyone.
Seems like she's still a bit traumatized by that.
Wouldn't you be traumatized? Everyone almost died.
Anyway, let's go see if there's anything we can do to help.
Like, Farina's incredibly traumatized. Her confidence is mostly an act. She's very good at faking being confident, but it is mostly an act. Hi, Farina. Hello.
I don't need any help here. Why don't you try asking someone else?
But you're my favorite. Oh, fine. I'll go do my job. Who can I talk to? Yoimiya? I'm gonna talk to Yoimiya first. I haven't seen Yoimiya in a while. Hi, Yoimiya.
How about here?
A little more to the left.
You got it.
Hey, Yoimiya, do you need a hand?
No, I'm fine. You know, doing the lighting is kind of like designing a fireworks show. It's interesting to imagine what kind of atmosphere the lights will create. I heard that the Traveler will be operating the camera and Paimon will be the clapper loader, right? Those roles are just perfect for
I'll
the
be honest, I
TV.
never knew it was called a clapper loader. I knew it was called a clapper,
Is it
but...
easy for Paimon to hold the clapper board while flying?
Well, sure, there's that, but that's not exactly what I meant. I just think that after all your journeys together, you two must have developed a super close bond and just naturally know how to work with each other. If I'm not mistaken, the director will want the cameras rolling as soon as the clapperboard goes clack.
But Paimon doesn't help me at all, in combat at least.
Oh, I see. It's amazing to see the magic behind filmmaking.
Yoimiya, we need lights over there, too.
Yoimiya's such a dork.
On it!
I love Yoimiya.
I've got to get back to work. Chat with you later. Oh, it's exciting to see so many people working together to bring the film to life.
I like that Yoimiya came here technically on a vacation. She just jumped into working.
Like Yoimiya's really getting into it. But she was right. We do have a super close bond, don't we?
Yeah, of course. You're my favorite emergency rations.
Paimon's really happy to hear that.
You're my favorite emergency rations. Anyway, gun!
Coming at ya.
Hello.
Ayaka has mentioned you to me before. She said that you two were great friends when you were kids.
Oh?
I'm
No
thinking about
talking!
doing your eyeshadow.
I'm thinking about it to your eyeshadow!
Yes. To help me really look the part.
I heard your childhood friends with my sister. Shut the fuck up. I'm working. That was so unnecessarily savage when he's one of the most important people in Inazuma. That was so savage. I don't know why it was so funny to me. She was just so savage about it.
To achieve a more young and naive look for this scene.
Are you saying the wrinkles around my eyes are too deep?
You just have too much of a calculating look in your eyes.
You sure don't mince your words. It seems you really haven't changed much.
Quiet.
I didn't even talk to her. Okay, after that scene alone, I want to pull for Chiori when she comes out. That was hilarious. That was the funniest shit.
So, this is a real musket?
No, it's just a prop weapon.
It's also a pistol.
Not bad. Have you seen a real musket before?
Only in books and newspapers. I made this one based on the relative shape and proportions I saw in reference images. When we're filming, some special gunpowder will be applied around the muzzle, which will help create the flash and smoke effects of a real gun being fired.
Which means it'll be up to the actors to portray the recoil.
That's right. The sound effects for gunshots will also be added in post-production.
Thank you, Veronique. I think I know where to start now. However, the musket's gears and firing pin could still use some work. Adding some wear on the metallic components will make them appear more realistic. Also, be sure to rub the muskets with some oil each time before we start shooting. That'll give the impression that the firearms have been well maintained.
Good point.
You seem to know a lot, Miss Chevres. I assume you use these types of firearms on a regular basis?
Yes, I perform routine maintenance on my weapons every day. Just like we as people need to eat and sleep, muskets need to be cleaned and maintained.
I also perform similar care for my sword every day, and familiarize myself with its shape and weight, to the point where it feels like a natural extension of my body.
Yeah, I have
Yes.
I have your sword, just not you.
This way, our weapons will never betray us in the heat of battle.
Yes, well said. It seems we have the same philosophy on this topic.
I love Ayaka. She's so cute.
Oh, sounds like they found a common interest to talk about.
I wish that Ayaka didn't
Though
come
these
out with
props
Navia.
differ from the muskets I use, I can still give you some pointers.
Good. I look forward to your instruction.
Ayaka came out at like
First
the
and
worst
foremost,
time.
Never point the weapon at anyone, regardless of whether it's a real or prop weapon.
That's
or whether
good gun
you're holding
safety.
it or it's on the table. This holds for any time when you're not actively engaging an enemy.
That's very good gun
Okay,
safety.
understood.
When aiming the musket, extend your arm so that it's level with your shoulder, and use your eye to look down the weapon's sights.
Like this?
Why are you holding it sideways like a
Now,
gangster?
try saying your lines.
This is the end of the road for you.
Why are you
Good.
holding it
Now turn your
sideways?
body a little. That way, you'll give your enemy less of a target to work with. And relax your shoulders. Here, allow me to demonstrate. This is the end of the road for you.
Huh. Excuse me, Miss Chiori.
It's so funny. Is he gonna bail from the movie?
Director Farina, there's something I wish to discuss with you.
Oh? What is it?
Like this?
Yes, much better.
Take out my gun!
What do you think?
I do see your point. But are you sure you wish to do this?
I believe it would be most fitting.
Well, if you insist. All right, I understand. Miss Ayaka, Miss Chevres, could the two of you please come over here?
Huh? What's going on? Are we gonna start filming now?
Let's go see.
No, your brother's plotting.
What is it?
I have a question for you, Miss Chevres. Would you be willing to play the role of a musketeer?
What?
What?
To clarify, I would like to turn over my role to Miss Chevres.
But brother,
But you were talking about this being an Inazuma cultural
Don't worry,
exchange.
Ayaka. I actually view this as a good thing.
But
I was becoming troubled trying to set aside some time to speak to the staff at the Palais Mermonia. I would like to have some conversations about the cultural exchange between our two countries, and I've heard that the bureaucratic process here can get rather complicated.
yeah, I
Now,
can.
I will be able to focus on my work. Besides, you also know that I'm not really one for public performances.
are you really sure?
From a director's point of view, I also felt like the relationship between the two musketeers in the original story could be improved. The older brother in the story plays the lead role with his overbearing character, but this causes his character to overshadow that of his sister, and the theme of the two supporting and relying on each other isn't conveyed very well. But if we were to change the siblings to two sisters of a similar age, then that aspect of the story might come through more clearly. Also, I've seen you instructing Ayaka. That cold and dignified personality is exactly what we need for the older musketeer.
Of course, even with all these insights, the decision should still be made by Miss Chevres.
Just mentioned that she really likes the story, right? I'm a bet that she'll take the role.
All right, I'll take the role.
Good. It's decided then. I'll get started on making edits to the script. We'll also need to make some immediate adjustments to the lighting, props, and costumes. I have a feeling that our adaptation will be even better than the original story.
Humble brag.
You're doing a great favor for me, Miss Chevres. You have my gratitude.
Don't mention it. I like this character, so if anything, I should be the one thanking you.
Well, since my brother is the one who brought up the idea, I suppose there's no need to worry. Let's go, Miss Chevres. I look forward to working with you.
Please, just call me Chevres.
Shouldn't she be captain, technically?
Seems like you're really going out of your way to solve the problem I was having with your makeup.
Surely you jest, Chiori. I assure you that I was mostly motivated by a desire to spend more time on formal business.
Oh, come on. You really think I'd buy that? According to what I've heard from Ayaka, her brother is someone who can juggle 10 different matters at the same time. I'm sure you have other reasons for backing out.
Perhaps.
Damn.
Ayaka always said she wanted to go out and see more of the world, just like the Traveler. But I feel that she needs not only to see other nations, but also to make some different kinds of friends. I think it would be harder for her to make new connections with me constantly by her side. I would like to give her some space.
Aww.
All right, go on. Spoil her some more.
Ayato, it's too bad you're stepping down from the role. Paimon really wanted to see you act as a musketeer.
No need to poke fun at me. I'd wager that you also felt that I wasn't the best candidate for the role.
It's a little hard for Paimon to imagine you saying those lines.
Yes, I've made an appointment to meet some people from the Palais Mermonia. Now, I will have some more time to prepare.
Traveler, get the camera ready. Paimon, get the clapperboard. Actors, to your positions. We're about to start shooting the first scene.
Aye, director.
Go on now. And please take good care of Ayaka.
Got it.
Yep, don't worry.
You got it, dude.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing the film when it's finished.
Fair.
All right. Now that we're all here, let me help set the scene for everyone.
Yes, director.
The first scene takes place when our two main characters are still living at the Baron's estate. They've been ostracized and verbally abused by others in the household, but they still have no idea why. We want to capture how naive and innocent they are, despite their pain. Chevres will be playing the role of the older sister, Tulip, and Ayaka will be the younger sister, Iris. Be sure to get close-ups of the main characters at the right moment. Silence on the set! Lights, camera, action!
Let's go!
Paimon, you're not supposed to say anything. You're supposed to just be the clapperboarder.
Mother's been out for quite a while now.
Perhaps she went to pick some flowers on the way home. You know how she loves flowers.
Iris, Tulip, I'm home. Mother, you were out for so long. We were beginning to worry about you. I'm sorry, but I'm back now, safe and sound. Here, I brought your favorite treat, apple turnovers.
Mother, what are those bruises on your hand?
Huh? What bruises? Oh, I must have bumped into something while I was working yesterday.
But I didn't notice them this morning.
Then perhaps they're from when I accidentally tripped when I was out just now. By the way, did you have fun playing at home? What's the matter, Iris?
Well, we've realized that no one really wants to play with us.
They even took Iris's doll and spat at us.
And they even called us names. They said we were...
Shh. It's all right. Don't worry. Girls, listen to me. It doesn't matter what anyone says. Don't listen to them. No one can define you with such words. You both have wonderful lives ahead of you. Just like your names. You will both blossom like beautiful flowers. Maybe your time to blossom hasn't quite come yet, but one day, you two will bloom more beautifully than anything else. Don't let the soil you're in now ruin your future beauty. Understand? My dear daughters.
And cut! Not bad. The actors' emotions were all on point. Let's keep that take. Also, if our clapper loader could avoid shouting at the start of the scene next time.
Great. I was a little worried that my nerves would get the better of me. What about you, Chevres?
I felt fine. The lines weren't too difficult at all. Seems like Farina must have adapted the role nicely.
You two were great. I couldn't tell it was your first time acting in a film. You should have more confidence.
Ayaka kind of killed
Thank you
it.
for your encouragement.
Positions, everyone! We'll move on to the next scene after we try a few more camera angles. This scene is when our two characters return home, only to discover their mother has been murdered. Ready? Lights! Camera! Action!
Mother, we're back.
Paimon's zooming out.
Mother? What's wrong, Tulip?
Iris, stay away!
Huh? Why? What's... Mother! Mother... She's...
There's poison in this cup.
How can you tell?
Huh? I could have sworn I've seen this kind of cup before.
Those aristocrats. They didn't even try to cover up their actions.
Damn, Ayaka can cry out command?
Iris, we need to leave this place.
Leave? But now that Mother is gone, where can we even go?
Anywhere. All I know is that we can't stay in this house.
But are we just going to let them get away with this?
We'll have our revenge, I promise you. Just not right now.
Damn.
Come on, let's go.
This is actually a pretty good story. I'm kind of invested in the movie.
No, wait. We can't just leave Mother here like this. At least let me leave this rose with her. That's why we went out in the first place. To buy her this flower.
All right. Goodbye, Mother. We'll avenge you. Someday.
And cut! Beautiful! Great performance!
Oh my, you're so amazing, Ayaka! And were those real tears I saw? How did you do it?
I was surprised too.
Thank you for the kind compliments. Actually, as soon as Director Farina said action, I told myself not to think about anything. I just felt the weight of the moment and became the character. It's quite similar to practicing the art of the sword. You clear your mind and focus only on what's happening in front of you.
Ayaka's performance was amazing. Have I discovered an acting prodigy? Pipe down, everyone! We need to move on to the next scene!
Huh? Are we done already? But Paimon wants to keep playing with the clapperboard. How do you feel, Travis? Your arm sore from holding the camera all day?
Good work, you two.
Paimon wants to keep
Severus.
playing with the
You were quite the
clapperboard.
actress today.
I've read this novel many times before. I have a good grasp of my character's mindset. Anyway, do you remember my request from yesterday?
Oh, right! We were having so much fun that Paimon nearly forgot! You have a case where the murders seem really similar to the cases in the novel, right? So, how are they similar exactly?
In the story, the main characters grow up to become two musketeers, always using their guns to carry out their revenge. And on each of the victims, they place a rainbow rose as a signal that they've returned. Yes, that's correct. We found rainbow roses just like in the novel. Seems like you're connecting the dots now.
Oh, that does sound pretty concerning.
I honestly forgot there was a murder case I was investigating.
Especially after seeing the script today. Ooh, now Paimon can't stop wondering what kind of ulterior motive the murderer might have.
The Moidoa.
What do you think, Traveler? You're smart. Paimon wants to hear your thoughts.
Good. On behalf of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, thank you for your dedication to justice.
I love her.
There's no time to lose. We should start investigating right away. Follow me.
Aye, Captain.
Huh? Right now? Well, we just got done filming all day. Paimon's so tired.
Suck it up, Paimon.
The most valuable intel always comes after nightfall. They are like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea. If you don't stay vigilant, you will pass right by them in the fog.
That was very poetic.
That's how one of my favorite books always puts it, at least.
That's hilarious. Everyone in Fontaine is really into books.
Let's start by checking out some workshops that sell mechanical components. If the culprit is making their own weapons, it's very likely that they'll visit those sort of places.
Whee! I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I need to get the Geo wings for Navia, because like these ones look pretty, but they're not like the most pretty. And fashion's very important. I need to grind more in Liwa. Hello.
Welcome to Le Show's Clockwork Workshop.
Le Show's.
How can I help you?
Hello. I'd like to know if anyone has purchased some special components lately.
Special components? Sorry, could you be more specific?
I mean the kind of components that aren't typically used for clockwork toys, but for firearms.
Huh? For firearms? No, we don't sell those sort of things here.
Don't misunderstand. I'm not here to cause any trouble. We are merely investigating a case, and we're hoping that you could cooperate.
Well, to be completely honest, I'm not even sure what kind of components that would entail.
Has anyone ever purchased components here as an individual rather than on behalf of an organization?
We have a lot of customers who buy toys, but those who buy components are all regular customers who buy in bulk on behalf of their organization.
Is that so? I understand. Thank you for your cooperation.
You're welcome. It's the least I can do.
Ah, damn it. That's not. God damn it. God damn it. Hello, I apparently need to do a side quest for you very quickly. Blah, 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 blah. God, I wish I had an automatic material gathering machine. Okay, good. I'm glad that wasn't really like a
Oh,
long,
hey,
annoying
Shepard.
quest.
Run out of oil for your musket again?
Hello, Estelle. I want to know if anyone has come to your shop recently to order some firearm components.
Oh, is this another case? Let me think. I don't think so. Some people have requested that I make some prop guns for the Fontanalia Film Festival, but I refused all of those requests.
Oh? Why's that?
Because there's no profit! I only make things here that can do some real heavy lifting. I don't have the energy to make some new molds just for the festival.
Then, has anybody come specifically looking for mechanical components?
Well, I usually sell off my scrap to the Fleuve Cendre. I don't typically give them to one specific person.
I understand. Thanks for your cooperation.
Don't mention it. Always happy to have the Musketeers' patronage.
Seems like we haven't found any leads to go off yet.
Yeah, unfortunately. Alright, let's head to Fleuve Cendre next.
Huh? Are you sure? People might not be so thrilled to see the captain of the Special Patrol there.
You think so, huh? Then I guess you don't know.
Huh? No what?
That I grew up in Fleuve Cendre.
Grew up there. I don't know the different regions of Fontaine very well yet. Going back to the underground. Sonic Underground. I almost fell in the lava. Time to investigation. Investigation.
What's all this? Some broken planks and barrels, as well as some liquor bottles?
Yes, but have a closer look, Paimon. Even though somebody has purposefully tried to clean them up, these are obviously marks from musket bullets. In other words, someone was here trying to improve their shot. They were using the barrels and bottles for target practice.
Could it have been the killer?
Your guess is as good as mine. Although many people at Fleuve Cendre own guns, few hide the fact from others. And even fewer would go to such lengths to hide markings from practice shots. Anyway, let's go. There might be more to this.
Gunshot!
Hey there!
It's been a while, Tetro.
Please, just get on with your request.
I want to know if you've heard anybody talking about muskets lately.
Information isn't free, you know.
I've heard that bandits have been extremely active in the countryside recently, and they've been affecting the delivery of goods to Poisson. I can allocate some more manpower to help out with that problem. What do you say?
You're still as helpful as ever. One of our men got drunk at dinner about a month ago and lost his gun. 3 days later, it turned up in the corner here.
What's weird about that? He just forgot where he put it, right?
This is Fleuve Cendre, my friend. Anything of value left in the tavern won't ever make it to the next day. But that gun turned out to be an exception. It didn't get any new wear and tear on it, and didn't even appear to have been fired. We were quite mystified as to what could have happened.
I suspect it came back because the weapon was already known to the guards.
You mean, a criminal was afraid the Marechaussee Phantom would use the shot marks to track them down? Maybe. But if that's the case, the culprit really took great care to avoid getting caught.
I didn't say anything about a criminal.
In Fleuve Cendre, knowing who was killed is as easy as knowing what clothes you're wearing today. It's the guy living in the East Side, isn't it? I've never liked him. Every time he's here, he just orders a drink and sits there with a nasty look in his eyes.
So, who was the one who lost the gun in the first place?
Don't bother. Even if you asked, he wouldn't admit to owning a gun to some strangers. Not to mention the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
He's right.
I know you grew up here, Shovras. Even though you're on good terms with the Spina, you've still been gone too long. Not many people know you here now, and a lot of people don't like the Special Patrol.
I know.
So take my advice and don't show your face too much around here. It's for your own safety.
I'll come and go as I please.
Damn.
I'm afraid I'll be appearing more often due to my work.
All right. Don't say I didn't warn you.
I love Chevrolet just like threatens that guy, being like, I'll be here a lot, fuck you. Let me up. Let me up. This is not a dance. I'm begging for help. I'm screaming for help. This is not
Hello?
a dance.
I'd like to ask some questions.
I don't know anything.
Don't worry, I'm not here to arrest anybody.
You say that now.
You say that now!
Here, take this as my guarantee.
Wait, did Paimon just see what she thinks she saw? Is the captain of the Special Patrol bribing a citizen?
Seems you're different from the other guards. What do you want to know?
Is that a turtle?
Have you heard anything related to muskets in Fleuve Cendre lately? Anything at all?
Muskets, huh? All I know is that about 2 weeks ago, we started hearing some loud noises at night. So loud that it's been waking me up.
Were they gunshots?
Possibly. It's hard to tell around here. Someone's house collapsing, a pipe exploding somewhere, it's all the same. But the noises I'm talking about definitely happened after I fell asleep.
Do you know where the noises were coming from?
I don't remember clearly.
Is it that you don't remember, or that you need to think about it some more?
You tell me.
Then please, think about it some more.
She's giving her even more aura!
The noises came from the end of the Southern Waterway. I came out and had a look for myself and I wasn't sleeping well, but I didn't dare get too close. That's all I know.
Interesting.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
Thanks for the pâte de fruits.
No need to be surprised. I grew up here, remember? I know how to get people around here to talk. Seems you catch on pretty quick. Now then, let's keep going.
It's interesting that she grew up in like a scum hole like this. Why is there a turtle?
Seems like that's all we'll be able to uncover for today.
Paimon feels like we managed to learn a lot more here than up on the surface.
Yes. Assuming that everything we found is indeed connected to our suspect, then their timeline was probably something like this. A month ago, our suspect found a gun and took it home to disassemble it. Once he'd figured out its mechanics, he brought it back. In the following weeks, he used some parts to create his own makeshift musket, and took it to the Fleuve Cendre for target practice. Then, a few days ago, he found his target and carried out the murder. Once the deed was done, he left a rainbow rose on the body, just like the scene in the novel.
That all makes sense to Paimon, but we're still no closer to figuring out the killer's identity.
The deceased was a resident of Fleuve Cendre. It's said that he was a poor, solitary man.
Weird.
Yeah, that's also something I'm trying to figure out. If we are indeed following the novel, and there's a story behind the murder, then this murder should be an act of vengeance. but according to our investigation, the deceased didn't have any enemies. He was no saint, but no one's heard of a rival who hated him enough to shoot him dead, much less care to leave a rose on his body. What message is the killer trying to convey? And to whom exactly?
That the people they're killing is bad
We've
people?
thoroughly investigated that possibility. He claims to have spent the whole day at the Opera House on the day of the murder, and the staff there have confirmed his account.
Fair.
Okay, so he has an alibi.
Not only that, he lacks a credible motive as well. He has a family of his own, and both of his parents are still alive. I've looked into his records. He was adopted at the age of 6, and all the proper procedures were followed. There are also records of him at an orphanage before then. In the story, the mother of the 2 musketeers was murdered after the children turned 10. Of course, he could have changed the children's ages, but I don't want to assume anything without evidence. More importantly, I've also had a chat with him in person. He didn't seem like the kind of person who would pull the trigger to kill a man.
Then, what should we do now? We have all this new information, but it doesn't help us move forward.
Investigations take time. I didn't expect us to catch the culprit in just a single day. How about this? Let's spend the next few days filming with the crew. We can continue the investigation once we're done with the film. I'm
Fair.
sure that given time, new leads will present themselves.
Wait, but weren't you saying Intel is like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea just a moment ago? Wouldn't you just miss them if you were to stop looking?
Ah, but the book had more than one reference to the islands, Paimon.
Oh? What else did it say then?
As long as you spend enough time sailing through the fog, you'll eventually come across an island.
Dun dun dun! Very dramatic. And I think that's all that's out right now. Yeah, okay. Ooh, I didn't know you could do that. That's pretty cool. Okay. Well, regardless, I need to make some lunch and stuff, so I'm gonna stop there for now. Maybe, I don't know if I'll do more of this either tonight or tomorrow. Well, definitely tomorrow because the thing continues tomorrow, but I'm gonna stop there for now. So thank you guys for coming out, as always. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, chat.